which I guess we could still do.
That you guys watch the Power Pussy Rangers without me.
It's pussy time.
That's what I'm mad
Can
about.
I tell you about Power Pussy Rangers? Because it was
Oh yeah, the episode where Colin bought hentai onto the show.
It was greatly
Did that even
disappointing.
air? Was that
No,
cut
yeah,
out?
that was
Okay.
it. That's it.
We've only ever cut one thing out.
It was super disappointing.
It was
Because
disappointing.
Yeah,
it
it
had
sucked.
nothing. Like I
It was
thought,
real
it was,
bad.
Nothing to
I
do with
thought it was
Power
going to be
Rangers.
like a Power Ranger spoof, and it wasn't at
The
all.
first episode
Really?
was. The
No.
first
not
anthology
really.
was. Yeah, it
Not
kind of was.
really, not really.
Because she was
It
like.
was more of a magical girl than
Yeah, it was
anything
Oh,
else.
yeah, I
Magic
guess that is
Girl
true,
than
yeah.
Power,
Okay,
like
all
Power
right.
Rangers.
So let me give you a quick synopsis as PG-13 as I can, so we don't
Okay.
get demonetized. We don't get fucking money.
Yeah,
for
I
this
was like,
shit.
there's no monetization
Yeah.
to begin
Yeah,
with,
yeah,
so
no,
I
no.
think it's
Yeah,
okay.
you still have to abide by terms and services.
Okay, so
community guidelines.
if anyone cares, we're talking about Power Pussy Rangers. So
You
don't
watch
get
it?
yourself spoiled.
Don't worry, I'll put up
Yeah,
a
skip
reference.
to the time if you don't want to be spoiled.
Before Mike tells you like the synopsis,
Mhm.
because it's like 3 like 15-minute clips, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's the different
And
stories.
the
Yeah.
third one cuts out before it finishes.
Cliffhanger.
Does it?
Oh my
It's a
god. It's not
Is
even
there a
like-
sequel to Power
You
Pussy
left.
Rangers?
You left.
I know, I left because I couldn't handle it
It's
anymore.
not
was
even
like
a
20 minutes
cliffhanger.
left.
It's like an actual like
Why does it look
mid-scene
like
just
axe wounds?
credits.
Yeah.
That's the worst kind of cliffhanger.
And I was like, what the fuck?
So all right. So what happens is, right? So the first one that's like magical girl is it's
Does
this-
anyone wear a Power Ranger suit?
No.
No.
So this girl is like there's the magical girl robot and there's the
robot?
like yeah.
Does she
She's
have
like
a
a cyborg
robot
or something.
pussy?
Huh?
Technically, I guess. And
What
and
did
there's
she
What did
yeah.
she say?
That's what Mark asked about
and
fucking
then
Mia.
and then
Oh, yeah,
there's
he did say that.
there's like the guy that created her, the scientist, right? And there's like an attack on some building, and she's like, I gotta go save them. And she does a transformation. She's like, naked for a hot second, gets into the clothes, flies off.
Yeah.
But aren't her titties out in the transformation?
Yeah, that's what
Like-
I'm saying.
Boy,
She's, like,
howdy
naked
are
for
they.
a
No,
second.
I mean with the, she has like a, I don't know, half outfit on. I
Yeah, I
fucking
don't know.
what it's
So
called.
so she goes and she gets her ass kicked.
Yeah.
Absolutely does nothing. She
She
just
gets
loses
shredded, dude, yeah.
immediately. Gets taken captive. Questionable things happen to her. And
Questionable?
yeah,
I would say bad.
yeah, bad things happen to her. And then immediately you see this person with like a mask on. You're like, that's the dude that created her. And then he goes down, and
yeah,
then he
it's
starts
not
doing
Yeah, it's
subtle
like
at
it's
all.
like
Not
so
subtle at all.
painfully obvious that it's
Yeah.
the doctor.
And then,
Yeah.
then not cool things happen to her again from him. And then he takes off the mask and he's like, haha, wasn't that fun? And she's like, oh, professor. And then it's just like, wah. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the next thing.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
it was really weird.
And she's
It was
like,
really
"Why
weird
did you-"
because after
she's like, why did you do this? And he's like, that's just my kink. And
Yeah,
it's just
and then
like,
it
all
was
right.
so weird because then Porky Big came out and it was like, that's all, folks. And then it went to the next one.
Literally, she's like, why did you do this? And he's like, that's just what I'm into. And then it's like, and then
Yeah,
they cut off.
Hey.
freeze frame, like
Oh
the circle closes it. Yeah.
Hey, we don't
my
kick
God.
shame here, all right?
Yeah.
And then there was
Oh,
a
and then the
really
next
bad
one
Evangelion
was like
porno.
Yeah, it was
Oh
literally
my
an Evangelion porno, and it was like a 48 million year long sex scene, and it was it felt like fucking homework watching. Like it was not even titillating, dude. Like
Also-
she was laying there just like spread eagle, and he's like, oh my god, can I fuck you? And she's like, yeah, dumbass. Like, I was like, I'm laying like this.
Like,
And
get
it's just
to
like-
it. Chop,
and it's
chop.
like, okay. And then, like, the actors are just, like, sitting there. Like, you could tell, like, they're in the VO booth, like, they're like, check 1 2. Are we rolling? Okay.
The voice acting is so wooden.
I,
And they're literally like
so bad, yeah.
I am
In
not
that-
going to enjoy hearing that.
in the Evangelion spoof, she's like,
Very intimate
yeah.
detail.
fuck me. It's so wooden, and
It's
I'm
so
like,
bad.
what is happening?
Oh my god! And then he finishes, and he's like, "Oh baby, that was fantastic." And she's like, "Do it again." And then they fuck again for like 15 more minutes.
And it's that like really, really lazy hentai where they make like 2 frames for like penetration, and they just repeat the 2
repeat
frames
it on a loop, like,
for like
nice.
5
As the
minutes
actors-
straight.
Hey, work smarter, not harder.
or they'll so they'll go in between like the 2 frames of movement, or just like various still shots.
Oh, and there's the moment where like she accuses him of cheating on her, and he's like, "No, baby, you're the only one for me." And then
it's like it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, it
She's
comes
like,
out of nowhere.
"You cheat on
Yeah,
me."
and she's like, "You cheat on me," and then she just takes her clothes off. It's like, "Fuck me."
Oh my God.
Like,
there
why
was
did it go?
Hey, it's called a twist, asshole.
Look it up.
Plot twist.
And then he is banging the other
Turns
person.
out,
but like
there's a little bit more
she-
depth to this.
they bang each other while she's unconscious in a hospital bed, and they're banging each other like in the room. And he's just like, "We can't," and she's like, "But we could though." And he's like, "You're right, we could." Let's do it.
My man.
Duly noted. Yeah, like. Oh, it's so funny. No, but I like. It's just so like. Not hot.
No.
Like, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that
It's some
one
of the bottom
scene.
tier hentai.
It's
I've
like it
seen.
really is. It's like it's one of like it's just like she just lays there, and he's like, I guess I'll fuck you, and then he does it, and then it's just the same frames of it for like I'm not even kidding you. It's like 7 unbroken minutes.
It's terrible.
Of just like him, just jackhammering. Like straight up. Like it starts off slow, like how you would like dip a paintbrush in water. Like, you know, it's going in and out, and it's like,
And then
okay.
Bob Rosses the hell out of it.
And then straight up, and then it turns into like he's working on a fucking sidewalk with a jackhammer. Like, it's just ridiculous. But it's the same frame, and then but it's the same frame of him like fucking her, but then they just speed it up. Like no nuance change at all, except for like the actor's voice, because then it goes from like to like it's like that's the only difference.
doing.
That's like the only difference you'll see in like the
Michael, I'm not
animation.
editing this episode. You can edit this one.
Oh,
It's
I don't
like-
want to hear that.
It's like the illusion that something is
yeah,
happening.
100%.
And then they're banging while like the city's getting fucking destroyed by some by like an
And
alien.
then they get fucking swatted.
they're like the fucking like agency breaks down the door and they're like, "You gotta get in the mechs," and they're like, "Oh."
He's like, Cat, he is like balls deep into her at this point. And they come in and they fucking bust in.
And
he's
it's completely stoic. Like one person that's not in full mask, like military, walks in like, "You're supposed to be in the mech," and he's like,
And I
"Oh."
swear to God, dude, he is claiming territory in there. Like he is building a settlement in there, and they're like, "You have to get in the fucking mech," and I'm like, they're busy. Like,
And then that's when it cuts before like anything happens, and then when
Or
like,
no, I'm so sorry, sir.
it cuts when nothing happens, and then it goes back to the first story. For,
Yeah.
like 5 minutes, where
And
it's like.
they're breaking up like a robbery,
Yeah,
right?
like there's these 2 dudes like robbing this girl, and then the magical girl shows up and is like, "Stop, citizens!" And they're like, "What are you gonna do about it?" And she's like, "Take off your pants."
Hello?
And then she just starts
Oh
going
my
to town on these
God.
2, and then it just cuts, and like in the middle of her going to town on them.
What,
And
you
that's
think
it.
criminals are going to run away from that? No. It was a trap.
I'm doing this until the police can arrive. I'm just buying time.
yeah.